Hi, starting a bit early today. We are 4 minutes before start, and I thought I have my new tan drum here, and I just thought I would play you some while we wait for the session to begin. You can just make yourself comfortable. I will start the meditation in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes actually, and I will just keep playing the instrument while we wait. Hi, I hope the sound has come out quite well. I will be playing more of it at the end of the session. And in the meantime, 2 messages. One from Magali. Hello. I almost missed that moment. Oh, she had the wrong link, but oof, she found it. And then a message from Kay saying, hello, Stephanie, very nice. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Okay, we're going to start the session. Today's the session on the fire element. So we've been doing the elements through the last sessions, and we're continuing. And we've done the elements before. Sorry, I need to readjust the screen. We've done the elements before, and we are going to be revisiting them on a regular basis because I find that they are really key, really important, and they can help us so much, especially with meditation and realigning ourselves energetically, physically, spiritually, on all levels. Today's a big shifting day for me. I have been doing a lot of changing of how I do things. I've been posting a lot on Facebook, and so at the end of this session, I will be telling you more about all this. If you want to stay on, I will be also playing a bit more of the drum. Please do understand that I've just gotten that drum and I don't know yet how to play it all that well. So you'll be hearing some missed beats and missed notes and some stronger, harder, and softer when it shouldn't. But I'm really just practicing at the moment. So I hope you still can enjoy the beauty of this wonderful instrument. Um, okay. So yeah, at the end of this session, I will tell you more about all the things I've been up to and the changes I'm going to make, not to these sessions. These sessions are staying the same, but changes to how I function in my work. Also, I am really apologizing about this, but there could be potentially an interruption in the session, as I am expecting this is very silly, but this is actually what happens when we work from home. I'm actually expecting a delivery and there's no one in the house to take it for me. And it is important because it is my lodger's mattress. So I have to be able to open the door for it. So if they happen to knock during the session of the meditation of now, what I will do is I'll mute the microphone, I'll pop away from the camera for some time to deal with that. And you can just stay exactly in the place where you are at that moment in time. But the activity that we are doing at the moment when this may happen, it may not happen, but if it does, then just keep focusing on the activity of the time. And then I will come back and sit down and put the microphone back on whenever I've sorted out the mattress. It might take a couple of minutes because a mattress is not such a small thing to get inside the house. So just bear with me, please. I really apologize. I'm hoping that this will not happen on a regular basis, but unfortunately, it could not be avoided for today. Okay, so we are going to do a session on the fire element, as I have just mentioned. And we will start the session. Oh, first, let me just start with the care guidelines. Just to make sure at all times that you are fully comfortable through this session. If at any time you're finding that something feels strenuous, or you're finding yourself feeling lightheaded, or that you are feeling uncomfortable with whatever it is that we are doing at the time, either completely sit it out, open your eyes, focus again on the place where you are, have a sip of water if you need to, move around your space where you are, if also you feel that that can help. But just make sure that you keep in mind onto those feelings, onto those warnings that your system can give you to let you know that something is either too much or not right for you. Yeah, because these sessions are for your comfort and your well-being. This hour is a time for you. It's for you to rest. It's for you to relax. It's for you to feel good. And then if you find that there is an activity that doesn't sit right, another thing you can do also is that you can actually go back to the first activity we are going to do, which is focusing on your breath. Okay? So now that this is said, we're going to start with a gratitude and an intent for the healing. These sessions are loaded with Reiki healing, so you can decide if you want to set up an intent for it. Reiki healing is a positive energy. It can affect in the most beautiful and most positive way every aspect of your being. It can affect your physical health, mental health. It can affect in a positive way your relationships. It can affect also a career, a job, an interview. So you can put as an intent to have the injection of Reiki healing and therefore positive energy in any of these aspects of your life and more. So at the beginning now, we're going to set a time, just a short minute or two, to set the intent if you want to. And also to focus on one gratitude at least. It can be many gratitudes if you wish to, of things that felt really good to you that have happened in the past week. So it can be anything, absolutely anything that made your heart warm up, that brought a smile to your face, anything like that. And so now, if you would like to close your eyes once you've found yourself a sweet spot of comfort, and then taking a deep breath to begin. And just spending just one moment now, letting my words settle slowly, letting the energy drop back down. And now focusing on a gratitude. And now focusing on a gratitude, at least, or many gratitudes, and intent for the healing. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the breathing focus. So you can keep your eyes shut, or if they are open, you can shut them again. And then taking a deep breath to begin with the focusing on our breath activity. And for the next few minutes, we're going to do this basic mindfulness exercise of focusing on our breath. And so for now, you can start to let go of every thought in your mind. This is an extremely gentle process. It is not about fighting against your thoughts or resisting them. It is a soft process of little by little decluttering your mind, clearing out your mind as if you were clearing out a room until you end up with an empty space. Of course, it is never possible to have no thought at all, but it is really worth trying. And so, little by little, you can let go. You can watch them drift off like clouds in the sky, or they can disappear as simply as switching on a switch to switch them off. That's it, little by little, clearing your mind out, making space, and now starting to focus on your breath if you haven't already done so, bringing your whole attention to it. The space that you have created in your mind, you can now fill it with all thoughts about your breath. Little by little, more and more focus brought to your thought, to your breath, letting go of every other thought and paying attention to every detail of your breath as if you had never seen it before. The gentle movements, the soothing sensation, the relaxing feel. Feeling more and more relaxed already. Feeling deeply soothed by this internal gentle rhythm. Feeling the sensations of the air passing through you. For example, the sensations it brings to your nostrils. Focusing on your nostrils and feeling the air passing through there. And through your nose. Focusing on your breath and noticing the sensations of the air as it passes through your nose. Relaxing deeper and deeper now. Noticing also the sensations as the air passes through the back of your throat. And then through your windpipes and into your lungs. Your whole body and mind feeling so much more relaxed now. You might even feel as the air passes through how soothing it is, almost like an inner caress, calming you down and relaxing you more and more. And remember, there is no need to change your breath in any way. It is just about becoming aware of it. And if you find that your mind wanders with other thoughts, whenever you notice, ever so gently bring your mind back to the meditation. Each moment that you're focusing on your breath now makes such a big difference to your whole system. Noticing also the movement of your body, expanding on an inhale, retracting on an exhale, noticing how it shifts. And for the last few moments of this activity now, focusing on stillness. How do you feel now after doing this meditation? You know, after listening to music with a very loud speaker, when you switch it off, all of a sudden, there's that silent moment. Connecting with that silence inside of you, connecting with the stillness inside of you now. Right, when you're ready, you can take a deep breath to finish. Bring your mind back to the space where you are and open your eyes again. We will move on to the next activity, but if you would like, you can have a sip of water first or just get a bit of a fresh breath after focusing so much on it. We will do the next two activities one after the other without a break in between. And then after the second activity, we will stop for a tiny little break again, like now, before we do the mudra, so that then you can have your eyes open and see what the mudra is like today. And as it is for the fire element today, the mudra will be stimulating the fire element in our system. And so in the meantime, because we are doing the fire elements today, we are going to look in the next activity at the cleansing powers of the fire element. With meditation, we develop our inner awareness, the awareness of our world inside of us. And the idea is that we create inside of us a world of peace and calm so that then we can approach the external world in a much happier, more balanced way. And so now, with the next couple of activities, or for the first activity at least, we are going to focus on our awareness of what is going on inside, and then we are going to cleanse out what it is that we no longer want, no longer need, anything that hurts us, burdens us, or makes us feel stressed in any way. It can be physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, any aspect of your life, of your being. And so this helps to really develop an internal awareness of how we feel, because it requires us to connect with the things that we want to let go of. And it can be things that we have formulated as thoughts and feelings or emotions, but it can also be sensations. And some people may even, so I'm very visual, so I will see my memories into my body, or I will see my thoughts in my mind. But someone else, kinesthetic, I think is the third one. I think it's more about sensing and feeling. So I may be saying something completely wrong about that particular term, but some people, they just feel things more inside without necessarily being able to put a word on it. Okay, so we're going to start now this meditation. And if you would like now to make yourself comfortable again, and then closing your eyes and taking a deep breath to begin. And just for a moment, letting my words settle without thinking about them too much, and just noticing that they were there and now letting them go. Now we're going to use the fire element, and so I am going to invite you now to imagine yourself in a space with very minimal landscape around you. One of the places that I like to be for this kind of activity is to see myself in space with stars and planets around. And then to see a ball of fire in front of you, like a sun, or if you want to, it can be the actual sun. And then seeing inside of you things that you no longer want, and literally taking them and throwing them into that ball of fire so that it purifies them and removes them from your system. You have this magnificent ball of fire in front of you. And you can, either with your mind or with your hands in your mind, or any other way that you feel relates to you in the best way, take those things inside of you, whether it be pain or stress, any burden you feel on your shoulders that you no longer want to carry, any emotion that has gotten too much and you no longer want, or that you want to balance rather. You can send them into that ball of fire. And the more you do this, the brighter the light around you becomes, your environment where you are, as it matches how much lighter and brighter you feel inside every time you are letting go of something into that ball of fire. That's it. Taking something within your system that you no longer want or need, and then throwing it into that ball of fire. It can be anything. It can be pain from your knee or your back. It can be stress about particular thoughts of events. It can be emotions that are feeling all over the place, or too much, too strong. It can be regrets also, things about the past, pains, traumas, regrets. Really connect within yourself to find those things you want to let go of. For example, do your shoulders feel heavy? Is there any burden there that you want to let go of, that you can throw into that ball of fire? In your stomach area, is there any tension you want to release and let go into that ball of fire? Every time you are letting go of something, your inside world becomes brighter and brighter. It is as if the sun is glowing from inside of you. As you throw away some darkness, light comes in to take its place. If you have pain in your back and you let go of that pain into the ball of fire, light, softness, comfort, then takes its place in your back. Same for a headache. Same for fears and anxiety. You can just let them go. That's it. Let go of the darkness and bring the light in. Make space for the light. Now we are going to move on to the next activity. We're still going to be looking at the sun, but this time we're going to be looking at the concept of letting go of the past, focusing on the present, and facing the future as a world of possibilities. And so we've used we've used the fire element to help us cleanse. Now we're going to to use it to help ourselves to find light, to continue cleansing the past, but mostly to connect with all the positive that there is in light, in the fire that shows us the way. And so for a moment, I'm going to ask you now to imagine yourself in a space that is all white, as in filled with white light. There's no other element but you and white light everywhere. And it feels safe and comfortable to be there. It is the same feeling of comfort as if you were by the fire with a hot cup of cocoa. If you like cocoa, it can also be coffee, under a blanket with your favorite people around you. That kind of comfort, that kind of feel-good vibe is what that space is like. All of this white light around us, a comforting light, a healing light. Now, when we are focusing on the future, we often anticipate the worst. And if we don't do that, then we expect whatever happened in the past to happen again in the future. And we end up constantly going on loops and loops and loops. So with this activity, what we're going to do is we are going to switch off the past and we're going to focus on the future, really understanding that it has never existed yet, and therefore it can be a world of positivity, a world of happiness. And so as you stand there in that space, you can now little by little, first of all, become aware within yourself of, or asking yourself, what patterns have I learned in my past that I keep on repeating? If I look at myself now, what is it that is part of me that is not really me, but it is learned behavior? Just for a moment, focusing on that. And it can be anything. It can be things you've learned at school. It can be learning to be polite. It can be relationships dynamics, or how you look at life. When you wake up in the morning and you go through your day, what is it that you do in your day, at each moment of your day, that is not a repeat of the day before, that is a completely new experience, because that is what you feel like doing right now? Experiences can be repeated each day. Life events can be repeated each day, like most likely you will eat breakfast every morning. But how are you experiencing it when it happens? Are you experiencing it like a brand new experience and really enjoying the moment? Or are you going through it without noticing because it's something you've been repeating since you were born almost? And so now that you've had some time to think about this, I am going to ask you to switch all of this thinking off. That's right. Everything you just connected with now, you can just let go of it. That is the past. It no longer exists. Each second that you enter into from your life is this white space, blank canvas, nothing in it yet. And now in front of you, if you can see a magnificent, bright, big sun. And that sun is your future. It's 1 second from now, 1 second from now, 1 second from now. It is also tomorrow, 1 month from now, 1 year from now, and the rest of your life. And I'm asking you now to completely, as much as possible, wipe out from your mind every thought about the future, and instead just to see this big, beautiful sun. Oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? What is happening tomorrow? Don't know. Just a beautiful sun is there. So tomorrow can be anything I want it to be. But I don't need to think about it now. What is going to happen 1 week from now, 1 year from now? I don't know. But I know it is as big and bright as the sun. You can even see this sun getting closer and closer to you and into you and through you, so that you are actually inside of it if you want to. Or you can stand in front of it and still see it in front of you. But to know that your future is a world of happiness that can be anything you want it to be. You create your own life. Nothing else and no one else does. There may be things that you like to keep from the past because it feels comfortable, it feels nice, or it brings happiness, and that is completely fine. But you can now let go of every thought that you have that is blocking you and restricting you from this happiness. It is as if we have memories of the future, but we've not experienced the future yet. So let's release these memories so that they don't create a past pattern that actually hurts us or damages us in any way. And so focus on this light, the glorious light that brings so much joy and so much happiness inside of us. Because that is your future. And as you are looking at that future as a big bright sun, some of you might already start to see some shapes and forms it may take that is going to bring you the biggest amount of happiness. Because connecting to who you are now, right now, in that white space of white light, of healing light, there are already seeds inside of you knowing and wanting special events, experiences, or connections that are going to bring you the biggest amount of happiness. Parts of you already know where your happiness lies. And this sun in front of you is the creation of those events and experiences of life that are now going to be your future. A future that you are creating now. Okay, now when you are ready, you can take a deep breath to finish. Bring your mind back to the space where you are and open your eyes again. You can take a moment, have a sip of water. My water is right over there, so I am not going to go there and do that. But if you're feeling thirsty, now is the time. I hope you've enjoyed this meditation. Please do let me know how it was for you. And then when a minute has passed, I'm going to show you the mudra. And the mudra is about activating the fire element in our body and our system in general, not just our body, because it is also in the energetic system. So that is about cleansing. It's about igniting the fire within. So that means it helps a great deal with digestion. If you have any problem with digestion, sluggish digestion especially, this mudra is particularly good. It also brings stability and confidence. It is called Madhyama mudra. Sorry, I don't learn the names by heart because they're a bit complicated since they are normally in Sanskrit. Sorry, I was just checking the name again. Madhyama mudra. I will write it down anyway after the video is finished, after the live is finished. I will write it in the comments. It's amazing to bring the light within. It's very transformational rather. Like everything we've just done is about shifting the darkness into the light very much, and cleansing and energizing is now what we're going to be doing also. Okay, so when you are ready, this is the mudra. If you take your fingers nice and relaxed, and what you want is you want the middle fingers. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you the finger, but touching the middle fingers with each other. And so if you see, I'm touching dynamic, it's holding together nicely, but it's not pressed so hard that you can see any white. See, it's before you can see any white. And so it's simply just putting your two middle fingers like this, and the other ones relaxed, not bent, not, just nice relaxed, almost straight, but not quite. And then you can just relax. So I would invite people to actually stay. Let me show you better. To actually stay with your fingers touching each other and just staying like this. So it's like there's a circle between, kind of like a circle between my belly and my arms. And just staying like this. But you can also just rest them down like this. It's up to you. And if you're lying down, you can rest with your hands like this on your belly. That's fine too. Okay, so now when you're ready, you can close your eyes and take a deep breath to begin. And then put your middle fingers together, connecting them. Strong enough that they stay sticking together, not so strong that you would have any white marks on your fingers. and just relaxing and connecting with how it feels inside. You can start with your fingers and your hands. How do they feel? Is there any sensation there? Again, we are developing a deeper sense of awareness here. Can you find any sensation at the tip of your fingers or in your hands, maybe up your arms, or maybe already in your whole body? Just relaxing there. If you get tired with your hands up, you can always bring them back down on your lap for some time. Just making sure that your two middle fingers are still connected. If you keep holding this mudra, you might start to feel warmer. We are activating the fire element in our system. Remember not to press your fingers too hard against each other so that the energy can still flow nicely. And continuing to stay there, checking in with your body and your mind. How does it feel now? For me, I feel like there's a fogginess lifting in my mind that I didn't know I had. as if I was waking up. And the fire is very powerful to energize, so that makes sense. Remembering to keep your other fingers nice and relaxed. And then letting your arms back down. Taking a deep breath to finish, releasing your fingers, moving your hands and your fingers, your wrists, your arms if you want to. And now we're going to finish with a love meditation. So if you would like to start rubbing your hands energetically. And then applying your hands to the middle of your chest. Keeping your eyes shut, and if they are open, then shutting them again. Taking a deep breath to begin. And now, just focusing on the lovely energy entering your heart chakra. The warmth, the light that you may even see or feel going inside your heart, helping you to feel lighter in your heart, less burdened in your heart, more compassionate, more loving in your heart. Just staying there, and at any time you can start rubbing your hands again and just enjoying this beautiful energy going inside your heart now. And then letting go of your hands, bringing them back down, taking a deep breath to finish, giving your body a stretch, yawn, anything you want, and then opening your eyes again. Okay, so let me see through the comments. Okay, I'm not sure what you meant. You just typed the letter T. I'm not sure what it is that you meant. If you want to add another comment to explain. Magali says, she was talking about the sun as the future. She was saying it was really great to focalize on the future as an open door on all possibilities. Great. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. These activities that we do, you can do at any time, in your own time, at home. You can replay this video as often as you want. It's there on YouTube. You can access it at any time. And any of these activities you can do. And basically, if you think about bringing the awareness inside of us or on something outside, so like focusing on a candle, for example, so that we can clear out the amount of thoughts we have in our minds, all these kind of activities you can do at any time, whenever you feel that you feel stressed or disconnected, or that you just want to feel calm and peaceful inside. Those are really great activities to do anytime. Okay, so first of all, yes, I was mentioning that I'm changing things a little bit. And so what it is that my presence on Facebook is going to be a bit different now. I'm going to post a lot more videos. I'm going to post videos about messages that I have at the time that I feel I need to express for everyone. Messages that can help with certain periods of times, to help us go through them. It's going to be about sharing my life experience also. There is a lot. I've been told recently that I need to, it's time for me to show myself to the world. And so I'm going to be talking a lot more about my inside experiencing and how I deal with things and what I go through and what tools help me and how, these kind of things. I mean, I already do that to an extent, especially with meditation, but I'm going to push that even further. And I have a page on Facebook. It is called Sacred Spirituality. I recently changed the title because I have gotten connected much more with what my higher purpose is, and I feel that it has to do with bringing the sacred back into modern society. So it felt so right, and through spirituality. And so it really felt right to have these two words together. So you can find me on Facebook there. And once a week, I'm going to post a tarot reading on there as well, a free tarot reading for everyone for that week. So it will be like giving an identity to the week to know what to expect, well, what to expect, rather, what we need to do to expand our awareness and consciousness through the week, and how to reach higher levels of happiness. Sorry, this session is a bit longer. I've got more messages. One from Kay. Thank you. Very good. Move to the future. Excellent. And Magali says, thank you for this lovely meditation. Super. Thank you. One more thing also is that I had been talking back in January before I got sick about doing a 1-day retreat type of thing. So I just got, I don't know if I said that last week, I've just gotten a professional Zoom license. Well, it might not come under professional, but anyway, I can do my professional work on Zoom now. So I was looking at doing a retreat, a meditation retreat, and we would do different types of meditation and self-care and personal work on ourselves, from something like 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, or roughly that, with breaks in between for lunches and whatnot. And so please do let me know if you are interested to join. I will do it in the same way as I did it last time, which is that I had priced it as £100 for the day. And then it is a question of, you can give me whatever it is that feels right to you and whatever it is that you feel you can give me. If you can't afford anything, then don't give me any money and just let me know. If you can afford anything from £1, £5, £10, £50, £100, or even if you want to pay me more, that's totally welcome. Okay, I don't want anyone to not be able to do it because of finances, especially at this time. So this said, I am now going to play the tongue drum a little bit longer if you are willing to stick around. But let me just organize myself because the tongue drum is round and slippery. So I need to set myself up nicely so that it can hold me. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to leave you now. I hope you have a wonderful week. Please do let me know how the sound came through to you on your device. If it came out okay, if it came out buzzy or loud or not loud enough. Please do let me know so that I can know whether to use a separate microphone or not. Okay. Have a wonderful week. Bye.